on key up, or I say on blur. On blur, I will say change name. Okay. We will write a script here. Function change name. On change name, what we do? So uname is document get element by ID. Get element by ID. What is it? Txt name dot value. We will collect the new value and we will display that new value into this paragraph. And you see now when I am clicking here and I am typing, so and I typed here and I click outside, that is blur. On blur, it will change. We can change on blur. Means while typing, it is not changing. So on blur, it will change. React will not allow. React will not allow blur as changeable. It says that no, only on change I can change. That is good. That means you are restricting the event for changing. JavaScript can change on any event. I'm using on blur. I'm using suppose on key up. On key up means what will happen? So when you are typing, it will change. Right? We can handle anything. But React says that I will not allow to do that. Then one question will come. What do you say? You are saying that I cannot write other events. That means in React only on change event we have to write a? No. We can use other events also, but other events are used along with on change. That situation we will see. Don't worry about that. Events is a separate concept, but I am explaining about what is one-way binding. One-way binding. By default, React uses one-way binding technique. And you can update back only by using what? On change. You can on change, right? That is important. And very important is you can bind, you can bind, you can bind any type of data. Any type of data you can bind. So you know JavaScript data types, na? JavaScript. So JavaScript primitive, primitive and non-primitive types. Non-primitive types. Types are allowed in React. All JavaScript primitive and non-primitive types are allowed in React. What are the primitive types? What are the primitive types of JavaScript you learned? We have a number, we have a string, we have a boolean, we have null, we have undefined, we have symbol, so we have big int. These are all JavaScript primitive types. JavaScript primitive types, we have a string, number, boolean, null, undefined, symbol, and big int. These are primitive types. And what are JavaScript non-primitive types? Non-primitive types of JavaScript, we have array. So we have an object, we have a map, we have a set. Set is outdated now, we don't use that. But these all are non-primitive types. So technically, these are all JavaScript types are allowed in React. Now, the main point is how we can present them. That means how we can present the primitive and non-primitive types and how do we handle them. That is the key concept. That means I don't need to explain. I hope you people know all these types, huh? Right? Numbers, boolean, string, null, undefined, symbol, big int. What is big int? What is big int in JavaScript? How you write a big int in JavaScript? By using suffix n. large integers are with suffix n, that is big integer. What is symbol type? What is a symbol type in JavaScript? Actually, symbol is a primitive type used for creating hidden keys in an object. Symbol is a type used to create hidden fields in an object. That is a new data type actually. So what is the symbol type? I will explain, because see, these are JavaScript basics. So I don't want to go again into them. Numbers and all, I don't want to explain them to you. So that's JavaScript only. Anything new you don't know, I will show that. For example, see, we have a product is an object. You know object. So it is having an ID. It is having a name. So it is having price. So it is having some rating. Like this, we are having some options. Now, what I'm doing is I'm reading all the keys of product, and I'm using a map, read every key, and I am printing that. So document dot write, I am printing every key with a break. Actually, what I am doing is I'm reading all the keys from an object, I am printing them. So ID, name, price, rating, all the keys I am using. Now, very important is ID must be hidden. I don't want to use ID. Means I don't want to show ID, but I want to use ID. ID should not be shown, but it should be used. For example, you know, generally we in database we have primary keys. While updating, deleting primary key is mandatory. We will use primary key, but we will not show it in the screen. In the background, we will use, but we will not show. Will not show. Generally in HTML, how you do? For example, I will show, see, I'm creating a form. This form is an update details. In this form, I'm having some name, and we have input type is text, and so name is name, and value is suppose TV. Like this we are having, and we have price. So we have input type is text, and name is price, and value is price. So sorry, value is some price. Okay, we have a submit button. I hope you people know this is an update form, and we will do some modifications. After that, we will submit. This data will be submitted to server. It will collect the name and price, but whose name and price? Every product have an ID. That is primary key. I will not show the ID because he cannot modify it. I will not show the ID, but I should submit ID. I will not show the ID, but I should submit ID. Without submit ID, it cannot update. But I should not show the ID. You see now when I submit, it submits only name and price. Na? It submits only name and price. Then how you will submit anything without showing? Then generally in HTML, what you do for that? We use input type hidden. There is a hidden type in HTML form. It is mandatory everywhere. Later in your Java, .NET or Python, anywhere you are designing a form for CRUD operations, primary key fields we have to send, but we don't show. That we do by using hidden. What is hidden name? Hidden name is ID. And what is hidden value is 1. Now see what happens. You will never see that there is an ID. Am I right? You will never see that there is an ID. But I'm doing some modification. I'm doing some modification, like instead of TV, mobile or something. And when I submit, you can see that ID is submitted. ID is not shown, but ID is submitted. This is very mandatory actually. When you design, edit forms, delete forms, you have to create like this. There will be so many hidden fields. Now the question here is how you will hide ID. It should be available, but it should not show. We should able to use individually. Collectively, it should be hidden. Then what we do is, for example, I will print the value also. I will print the value key and value. Both I will print. Okay, to print both key and value, what we need to do is just I will print the key and I will print here product of key. Then it will print the value. Keys and values I am printing, it will get both key and value. I want to hide the ID. Then what we do is we create ID as symbol. If you create ID as symbol, symbol types are defined in a square brace. Now you will see that it is hidden now. And how do we access it? You can access it separately. Document.write, I want to access ID. How to access the ID? To access ID, product of what is it? ID. You can see individually the ID will come. So there is a field, but it is hidden. How to create hidden fields? By using a new data type of JavaScript called symbol. It is a JavaScript primitive type. In JavaScript primitive types, we have numbers, boolean, string, null, undefined, big int, and symbol. Right? Actually, this is, we call it as new JavaScript, but it is available from 2016, 10 years now. If you are still learning JavaScript without knowing about symbol type, means 10 years back JavaScript you are learning. That means you are still learning JavaScript without knowing symbol type, means 10 years back JavaScript you are learning. Number, string, boolean, null, undefined, they are 10 years back types. Symbol and big int, these are all there from ES6 onwards. ES6 is 2016 version. Now we have 2027 version. Latest version of JavaScript is ES18, 27 version released just 1 week back. So the point is, these are not advanced JavaScript. These are new things in JavaScript. People call them advanced data types. They are not advanced data types. They are data types. Only the point, they are newly available. You may not be aware, but you should know now. I hope you are clear. So these are all primitive types. But now key point is there any difference in presenting them? In JavaScript, how we present numbers, boolean, string, here also same, or is there any difference? Some changes are there that we need to know. How to present different data types? We will start with primitive. How to present numbers, how to present boolean, string, we will see in React. That we'll see tomorrow. Right, in tomorrow's session, we are going to learn how to handle different data types. If you know this, then only you can try some examples. To try examples, first you should be aware of this. Tomorrow